We out here. What up, everyone? It's your girl, God's Golden Girl. Welcome back to Golden Girl Ministries. It has been a minute. It has been a whole minute, but we're continuing the series that we're calling Conversations on the Spiritual Gifts. So if this is your first video, hi, thank you so much for coming. Ensure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. But I would prefer if you would just pause this video, look in the iCards, and look at the first at least the introductory video where I spoke about each gift and what the spiritual gifts are, and then you can come back. Cool. But we're gonna continue diving into the spiritual gifts. There are 5 left to discuss, and as you know by now, we're in First Corinthians chapter 12. Won't read all of it. Verse 1, now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would not have you ignorant. And we're going to speak today on the first 2 spiritual gifts that are mentioned in verse 8. For to one is given by the Spirit the word of wisdom, to another the word of knowledge by the same Spirit. So today we're looking at word of wisdom and word of knowledge. And the thing is, these spiritual gifts are it's like they do this whole intricate dance, and they overlap and they intertwine and they do all of these fancy things, because one really and truly flows into the other, because these two are very close to prophecy, where when a tongue is uttered and then it's interpreted, that it now becomes prophecy. Like they're so intertwined, and it's just so beautiful. But today we're going to focus on word of knowledge and word of wisdom. So word of knowledge, this is basically when the Spirit reveals. Remember, these are revelatory gifts, so all of that basic information is in the introductory video. Cool. So word of knowledge is basically where Holy Spirit reveals something to you that is a fact about the past, the present, the future. So if someone is able to come into a room and to see you and say, hey, the Spirit of the Lord has revealed to me that you suffer from chronic migraine. Is migraine chronic? I don't know. You suffer from migraines. That is a fact. That is something that nobody told that person. They never read it nowhere in a no book, but the Spirit of the Lord revealed that fact about you to them. Or, they can come and say, hey, there's somebody in your life by the name of Tracy, and God is saying, cut it off. Word of knowledge. The person couldn't know, say, somebody into your life named Tracy. So it's a fact about something in the past, present, or future. Cool. Word of wisdom works closely with word of knowledge, because word of wisdom is basically getting the download of like a divine solution, or like where to go. So it's like, I know that there's somebody in my... So if the person did just come and say, the Spirit of the Lord said to me that there's somebody in a life named Tracy. That's word of wisdom. That's word of knowledge. What you fit do with it? What are you supposed to do with that bit of information which you did done already know somebody in your life named Tracy? Word of wisdom comes in now when it's like, all right, this is what you're gonna do. You're going to ensure that every interaction you have with Tracy, you end it by praying. So no matter how minuscule the conversation is that you have with Tracy, you're going to end each conversation with Tracy by praying. And because light and darkness cannot agree, Tracy just not go and have no more conversation with you. So that is the wisdom. That is getting the direction as to what to do. Jesus walked heavily in both of these. And so even the lady at the well, where he looked at her and said, hey, where is your husband? And she said, I don't. And she was like, yeah, man, I don't have none. And Jesus was like, yeah, man, because the husband, the people them way answer, but I don't yours and really. That was word of knowledge. Yes? He revealed something about her. Cool. So that's literally what that is. Like, if you look at the life of Jesus, you see where he operated in these two gifts: word of knowledge, word of wisdom. The thing is, with even word of wisdom, it, like I said, they intertwine so nicely. So prophets operate heavily in these gifts. So the Lord will reveal to them something about you, which will then prompt what you do. So Jesus again would say, hey brother, you have leprosy, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna dip 7 times. So knowledge, wisdom. Not briefly. Yes, man. This is this is why the video never done already when it done. Not briefly. That word of wisdom is not the same thing as being wise. Word of knowledge is not the same thing as you did hear somebody business, so you come back and tell them it. It is not the same thing. If somebody whisper in a pastor, hey, say so and so I struggle with whatever, and pastor come back in front of you and say, hey lady, I struggle with so and so, pastor did not receive a word of knowledge. Pastor is saying what people reveal to pastor. Cool? Being wise and having word of wisdom is not the same thing. The easiest way to know the difference is to test the spirit. There are people who do not know Christ, are not submitted to him, and they're some of the wisest people because they read a lot and they have a lot of information in their head that would be able to lead them into making certain wise decisions. Therefore, test the spirit and know whether this is godly wisdom or if it's just earthly wisdom, because there is indeed a difference. So that is the breakdown. Today's video was short. We bless the Lord for that. We can jump into the housekeeping things now for the people who have been coming here and who know me and stuff. If you're new here, hey, but y'all, the last time I came on here, armpit experience was a thing. Armpit experience is now ended. I bless the Lord for that. To all of those who came out at 6 a.m. in the mornings all of February, God bless you and keep you and cause his face to shine upon you. Keep dwelling, hashtag dwell in the armpit. We're still going to dwell in the armpit regardless of not waking up 6 a.m. If you don't know what that is, just search somewhere till you find the explanation. Just follow me. You have to follow me. In fact, don't follow me, follow Jesus. But yeah, thank you so much to everybody who tuned in to the armpit experience. It was lovely. To everyone who made it out to the evening of purpose, it was wonderful. It is still up on IGTV on my page at God's Golden Girl, so ensure you check that out. Also, everything else pertaining to the ministry that I'll be doing on IG will be done on the ministries page, so ensure you follow at Golden Girl Ministries on IG as well, and stay tuned. Also, I will let you know that I would usually post videos on Mondays and Fridays, but you know, we flow, and some week it happens, some week it don't happen, but it happens always when it's supposed to happen. Cool? So the best way to know when that happens is to just turn on your notification bell and subscribe. So thank you so much for coming. Ensure you keep dwelling in the armpit. If you haven't started as yet, dive on into the armpit, and don't forget to, most importantly, stay golden. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.